From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Good Thursday morning. Yesterday was a gorgeous day outside. Today is going to be just as gorgeous and just as hot. Highs around 90, at least in the Tri-Cities, closer to 95 for Friday. And that's just going to be the little appetizer because the entree is this. Saturday through Wednesday, highs around 100 degrees for each and every single one of those days. And the forecast is going to stay dry. That means vegetation dryness is going to go up. Fire danger probably going to go up as well. We'll take you back to this morning. You're taking a live, beautiful look at Pasco. This view coming courtesy of the Dust Devils. You can see already shaping up to be a beautiful morning out there. Wind gusts not as strong, not nearly as strong as they were for yesterday. And temperatures this morning a little bit cooler as we're in the 40s and 50s for lower elevations, 40s in the Cascades and 50s in the Blues. We have another fair day out there, fair forecast for the fair with clear skies and high temperatures getting up around 90 degrees in the Tri-Cities. That is pretty normal for this part of August, so most lower elevation spots going to be between 85 to 90. But again, hotter weather is going to be on the way. I'll tell you just how hot coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, a Pasco home destroyed after a sudden fire erupts. We have what homeowners and officials believe to be the cause. And business is booming in Benton and Franklin counties with new applications reaching the highest level in years. We'll talk numbers and what's behind the growth. And if you hear sirens around the Hanford site this afternoon, do not be alarmed. It's only a drill. We have all the details and more, all on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now, Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
Good morning and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal. Jade Elliott has the day off. We begin with our top stories and we start with continuing coverage on the blaze that first sparked Monday near Lake Cle Elum. Now, as of this morning, Southeast Washington crews will be demobilizing and fire operations will transition back to local resources. No growth was reported overnight, but fire crews are still working around the clock to keep the fire from spreading. And we turn now to our Chief Meteorologist, Josh Colbreth, to get a scope on the full impact of these fires. So Josh, what can you tell us?
Yeah, we got some very encouraging numbers yesterday in that containment at the beginning of the day was at 10%. Now it's at 30%, so 20% uptick. Acreage did not change. And remember, this is the Sun Country fire burning to the south, or really burning to the west of South Cle Elum along and south of Interstate 90. There's the fire perimeter right there. So more good news. There were level 1 evacuations in place. Those have all since been allowed to lift. So again, just good news across the board when it comes to this fire. However, there is bad news when it comes to the fire situation at large. As we have that hotter weather that's on the way, things are going to dry out. I'll show you which direction vegetation dryness is trending, and it's not the good direction. So that's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. Continuing our fire watch now, and we're looking at Pasco, where this morning a home is a total loss after flames tore through it yesterday afternoon. Firefighters say this happened just before 1 o'clock at the Lakeview Mobile Home Park near Highway 12. The resident told officials they had just switched on the air conditioner when they noticed some smoke. They quickly grabbed their 11-month-old baby and ran outside. Multiple agencies responded and arrived to find heavy black smoke pouring from the home. Crews contained the fire before it spread to any nearby homes or any vegetation. No injuries were reported, but the cause remains under investigation. Now to Richland, where wildfire season is in full swing, and some of the most effective tools in the fight against flames are flying right out of the Richland airport. Apple Valley News Now's Dan Hansen says they're called Fire Bosses, single-engine air tankers that can scoop water in seconds, making a big difference on the fire lines.
They may look like crop dusters at first, but these planes pack a big punch when it comes to fighting fires. The Fire Boss can scoop up to 800 gallons of water in just 15 seconds. More than 150 are in service nationwide, including several here in Richland.
The terrain around here in the Northwest it can be challenging at times with the temperatures and the density altitude. So a lot of that takes into account, the scoop technique and where we're at in speeds.
Griffel says conditions in the air can push the aircraft to its limits.
The winds are out and it's hot, so the performance of the aircraft is usually at its limits. So you got a lot of fire traffic in the area with the helicopters, the other LATs. Everybody's kind of rushing to the sound of the guns to go ahead and get there to get the fire put out.
Pilots often traveled nationwide, teaming with ground crews to protect people and property.
Well, Richland Airport's in a good spot. We're right next to the Columbia River, so these guys can take off and then head straight to the river, load up with water, and then head straight to the fire, which gets them in a good position.
And when the call comes in, they can be airborne in minutes.
By the time dispatch gets us the TARO, which is our knee board, which allows us to go, and the call to it, once that's handed to us, it's about 5 minutes getting in the airplane, cranking, and taxiing out for the runway. So a really close fire or initial attack, that's anywhere within about 20, 30 miles here. We're probably putting water on it within about 15, 20 minutes.
Smaller and more maneuverable than large tankers, the Fireboss can dive into terrain where bigger planes can't go. For pilots, every drop matters. Fast, efficient, and precise, the Fireboss is a game changer in the wildfire fight. From the sky, they look small, but from the ground is obviously not the case. That's why they pack that punch. Reporting in Richland, Dan Hansen, Apple Valley News Now.
Thank you, Dan. Love that last shot, by the way. Now, the planes will remain based at Richland, but could be called away to another area at a moment's notice. Taking a look at your business news now. While the rest of the country is seeing fewer new businesses, Benton and Franklin counties are on the rise. New numbers from the U.S. Census Bureau show more than 3,000 business applications were filed locally in 2024, which is up more than 5% from the year before. That's the strongest growth for the Tri-Cities area since 2017. And nationally, applications dropped about 4.5% compared to the prior year. But Washington State as a whole bucked the trend, leading the nation with nearly 89% growth. Experts say the local increase could be tied to business development efforts and also Washington's overall economy. Looking ahead today, the Department of Energy's Hanford Field Office will be activating sirens as part of an emergency drill. The sirens will sound between 12:30 and 1:30 in the afternoon. This will be in the 300 area near the Columbia River, about a mile north of Richland. Officials say the public may hear the sirens, but no response is needed. Announcements on the speakers will include a reminder that this is only a drill. In a real emergency, county officials would use the emergency alert system to send messages through local TV and also radio, and they could also activate sirens along the Columbia River to warn people on the water and also nearby. Talking local living, if the fare's on your weekend plans, here's how you can skip the traffic. From today through Saturday, Ben Franklin Transit is offering a free shuttle from 6 park and ride locations across the Tri-Cities. This includes Knight Street Transit Center, Kamiakin High School, and also 22nd Avenue. Shuttles run from 9 in the morning to midnight, hourly in the morning, but every half hour starting at 4. At Lamson Stadium in Kennewick, pickups are even faster. That's every 30 minutes in the morning and every 15 minutes later in the day.
This year, you're going to see a lot of ambassadors in blue vests and blue hats. We're going to be out at the park and ride locations starting in the early afternoon. Our ambassadors are there to answer questions. They're there to help you on the bus.
BFT says they gave about 24,000 fare rides last year, and they're hoping to hit 30,000 this year. Coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, we're talking deals and steals as several fast food chains are switching up their pricing, hoping to bring back customers. We'll tell you where to get the best deal after the break. But first, our Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth will have your first alert weather forecast. Good Morning Northwest. We'll be right back.
For decades, CG Public House has been known for fresh, chef-inspired meals and seasonal specialty menus. When the weather's right, enjoy patio dining with dog-friendly amenities that make everyone feel welcome. Pair your favorite dishes with handcrafted cocktails and premium local wines for the perfect dining experience. Don't miss the Pendleton Beef Prime Rib, served every Friday and Saturday. And be sure to finish with a slice of our famous homemade pie. Join us to make CG Public House your favorite dine-out.
At Shriners Children's, we're home to the world's leading pediatric orthopedic care. Because so many life-changing advancements start here, we provide access to the best doctors, And never allow your ability to pay for services to compromise the care your child needs. We're the first place to turn for the most common or complex orthopedic conditions. Home to possibility and empowering kids to achieve the extraordinary. Shriners Children's, the most amazing care anywhere.
At Browner RV, we're gearing up for a huge event you will not want to miss out on.
The Forest River National Sales Event is on now. For a limited time, you can save big across our entire lineup of Forest River products. There's still time to get out, go camping, and make unforgettable memories. With Forest River, you'll find the perfect RV built for your journey and perfected for your stay. Don't wait. These amazing deals won't last long. Broadmoor RV, we make camping fun.
Save thousands on the new Revolutionary Swim Spa at a one-time sale. Friday through Sunday. Hapo Center Pasco. Exercise with low impact. Swim the entire year and stay in shape. Teach your kids to swim. Unwind and save thousands. Avoid the expense and maintenance involved with a pool. Swim, exercise, and relax in your new aquatic exercise swim spa. Installation in one day only. New 2025 inventory. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Hapo Center Pasco. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
I'm a real wild one.
Some days are the fun days. The days you get to go wild. Which makes the Ford Ranger perfect for you. Made to haul. Made for the trail. And made for any wild idea you've got. Get a wild deal on a Ranger today. Lease a 2025 Ford Ranger Super Crew 4x4 for $299 a month for 36 months. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Judy Justice.
And I'm just getting started.
Today at 4 on Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. There is a fire weather watch that is in place for the Blue Foothills and for the lower Columbia Basin of northeastern Oregon. This goes from 2 p.m. to 11 p.m. for tomorrow. We're not personally going with First Alert Weather Day, but the fire setup is going to be interesting as winds are going to be out of the north and east. That's going to put some very dry air into our region. Then a much more widespread, extensive, expansive extreme heat watch. This goes from 12 p.m. on Saturday to 9 p.m. on Tuesday, pretty much for all of our lower elevations. And we will tell you just how hot we could end up being coming up a little bit later in the show. But we'll take you back to this morning. In Kittitas County, mostly in the 40s, but down in Vantage, a good deal warmer with temperatures in the low 60s. Then for the Yakima Valley, 50s and 60s, 51 in Yakima, but 61 just down the road in Union Gap. In the lower Columbia Basin, also 50s and 60s, 53 in the Tri-Cities, 61 up towards the Hanford site. And then for the foothills, we are also in the 50s and 60s for the foothills and 40s and 50s for the higher terrain of the Blue Mountains. Here's your Codecast for today for the Tri-Cities. Light jacket stuff for this morning. Going to be around sunny and 75 at 10 this morning. Then after that, of course, a bunch of t-shirt weather. Very normal high temperatures for August 21st. So around 90 degrees for the Yakima Valley, for the Walla Walla Valley, for the lower Columbia Basin. A touch cooler in the Kittitas Valley, but these temperatures going up as we head into the weekend. I'll tell you just how hot coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. In consumer news this morning, Pizza Hut is hoping a new pizza deal will help bring back its daytime customers. The chain is rolling out a personal pan pizza for just $5 before 5 p.m. It's a thinner and crispier version of its original personal pan pizza. The new menu item is available to order with 5 different topping options. It's all part of Pizza Hut's plans to boost sales in the U.S. following 7 consecutive quarters of declines. The chain says the $5 single-serve pizza will be available for a limited time. And Pizza Hut isn't the only food chain hoping to regain their customers. McDonald's is slashing the prices of its combo meals after admitting its menu has gotten too expensive. The fast food chain says its most popular combo meals will be 15% less than the cost of buying those items separately. McDonald's is also expanding its combo offerings to include a $5 breakfast deal and an $8 Big Mac and McNuggets special. The chain hopes the move will draw back value-minded customers who were turned off by spending $10 or more on a fast food meal. And that pricing has even drawn competition from some sit-down restaurants that offer similar price points like Chili's and Applebee's, who have been thriving in recent years. Finally, new Google products are now available for pre-order. This year's latest devices include the new Pixel 10 phones, the Pixel Watch 4, and the Pixel Buds 2a. The Pixel 10 and 10 Pro phones advertised to have a better camera lens and also a bigger screen for the foldable version. Google's Pixel Watch is also bigger and brighter, and the watch comes with several Fitbit fitness features and Gemini AI tools. The Pixel earbuds will now include active noise cancellation features. And you can pre-order the phones now from Google's website or any major retailer. Shipments will begin on August 28th, and the ProFold watch and earbuds will all be released later on October 9th. And keep it here, because coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, Josh Colbreth is back with how your weather is looking, an early look at your weekend weather. It's all coming up in his first alert weather forecast right after the break.
Don't miss the biggest party of the summer at the Hayden Home Summer Concert Series on the ICCU stage, featuring performances by country music star Jake Owen, rock powerhouse Daughtry, Grammy-winning icon Winona, global phenomenon Smash Mouth and Sir Mix-a-Lot, and the electrifying Banda Carnaval. More of the outdoor entertainment you love. That's why it's the best week of summer. Get your tickets at www.bentonfranklinfair.com.
For the first time ever, Pasco RV and Boat Super Sale is coming to the Heppo Center. Make the most of what's left of camping and boating season. Save thousands on a huge selection of new and used RVs and boats. Travel trailers, fifth wheels, toy haulers, motorhomes, pontoon boats, parts, accessories, and more. Every category, every price point, all on sale. 0 down and no payments for 90 days. On approved credit, one location. Massive savings at the Heppo Center in Pasco. Learn more at brettsrv.com.
At Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons, your safety is our top priority. We are the only board-certified oral and maxillofacial surgery experts in wisdom tooth removal and dental implant placement in the Tri-Cities. With years of experience and a commitment to excellence, we ensure every patient receives safe, personalized treatment. Ask your dentist to refer you to the Tri-Cities experts in oral surgery, Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons. We look forward to meeting you.
Today, too many of us walk away from our primary care appointments feeling rushed and unheard.
We were frustrated too, so we decided to change the quality of healthcare here in the Tri-Cities.
At Primary Care at the PC, we take the time to truly listen. With 1 hour-long appointments, we care about the whole you. You don't have to be a member to be our patient, but once you're here, you might want to be.
Now welcoming new patients. Book your appointments online or call us at 509-783-5465. Primary Care at the PC. Play hard, live well.
A flight over a former ranch, now a park in the Scablands of eastern Washington.
Cliffs of basalt tower up.
And the payoff's a beautiful waterfall.
There are 3 of them. The creek splits, forming an island.
Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
Next by Marcel Beauvais, plus Scott Foley. And Healthy Foods with Dr. William Lee.
Wasabi is that little green ball that you find in a Japanese...
It wakes you up.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
This newscast sponsored by Mariano Morales Law. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. It is going to be a gorgeous day out there, just like with yesterday. Lots of sunshine from the Cascades to the Blues and points in between. High temperatures maybe just a touch hotter in comparison to yesterday, with 70s in the Cascades, 70s and 80s in the Blues, and then around 90 degrees for the most part for lower elevations. Wind gusts not going to be too significant. Could be a little bit breezy in the Blue Foothills and the Blue Mountains. Some of those gusts up around 20 miles per hour, but the direction is the important part, out of the north and east, which traditionally brings in some pretty dry air. So we'll keep a close eye on that in regards to the fire potential. And then for tonight, clear skies, overnight lows going to be a little bit cooler, down into the 50s for all of us across the map. Then for tomorrow, this is going to be the first day of a hotter stretch of weather. The hottest days, I think, are going to be Saturday through Wednesday, but you see low to mid 90s for the most part for lower elevations. Could have some upper 90s in the lower Columbia Basin, and then 70s and 80s up in the mountains. That's going to be about 5 degrees hotter than normal for this time of the year. And at this point, much more widespread gusts out of the north and east, anywhere between 20 to 25 miles per hour. So more very dry air getting streamed into the region. And if these gusts were a little bit stronger, we'd feel more so inclined to go with the first alert weather day. But that fire potential is going to be elevated for tomorrow. So please be on your P's and Q's when it comes to fire safety. Hey, we got the last 3 days of the fair coming up. Today is going to be the best day to be out because it is going to be a good deal hotter for Friday and Saturday. Thankfully, some breezes out there that's going to make us feel a little bit cooler, but this is going to be sustained. I guess I could call this a heat wave. Yeah, this is a heat wave. We're going to be around 100 degrees for 3 days in the Tri-Cities. I know some people have a complex about the heat around here. Oh, 105 is really hot. 110 is really hot. I think 100 degrees is pretty hot as well. And the forecast is going to stay mostly dry, but we will have some thunderstorm chances in the Cascades and Blues for Monday and Tuesday. That'll also be an interesting wrinkle when it comes to the fire potential. Here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Today will be the coolest day we'll have over the next 7 days by a long shot, likely hitting 100 degrees Sunday through Tuesday. In Yakima, upper 80s Thursday, mid 90s Friday and Saturday, then a run of 99s. In Ellensburg, staying dry and heating up, although highs could start to fall off a bit by the middle of next week. In Hermiston, also a hot and dry forecast, with the best chances of triple digits being Monday and Tuesday. Then finally, for Walla Walla, one last day of highs in the 80s before it's a 90s takeover from Friday through Wednesday at least.
Trying to mentally prepare myself and brace myself for these hundreds, even though, you know, 99, 100, like you said, but it's all hot.
100 is hot. Like
100 is hot, 99 is hot, yeah.
Yeah, I understand that we've had heat waves where it gets up to 105, 110, 115. That's all like super duper hot.
Oh, yeah.
But 100 is hot.
It is.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. All right, keep it here because coming up next in entertainment news, a blast from the 90s past, the cast of Dawson's Creek is reuniting more than 2 decades after the teen drama first hit TV. After the break, we'll see who's back together and why.
Want to hear something delicious? Yep, my spicy chicken strips are back, starting at $5. And covered with my new hot honey. Want to taste something delicious? You know where to go. Get so much more.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
For over 4 decades, the art of fine catering has been perfected by CG Catering in Kennewick. Well known for their luxurious bites, lavish delights, and precision in every portion, CG Catering will grace any event from groups of 10 to 3,000. Meticulous menus with seamless service for all occasions is their tradition. From remote locations to their local event center, repeat clients provide ongoing rave reviews as a testament to the unforgettable memories they have inspired. Call CG Catering for your next celebration.
It's time to replace and refresh this Labor Day. Swing by Fred's Appliance today to save on all LG appliances. Let LG help you stay cool this Labor Day. Get this refrigerator for only $16.99. That's a 40% savings. No matter what appliance you're looking for, LG has what you need. From dishwashers, laundry, stovetops, and more, come see what's in stock. Shop Fred's Appliance, local like you.
Good Shepherd provides the most up-to-date orthopedic care available. Our team of experienced board-certified surgeons, physiatrists, and podiatrists are capable of fulfilling your orthopedic needs. Services include precise joint replacements, sports medicine, all orthoscopic shoulder and knee repairs, fracture care, hand surgery, and foot and ankle care. We are here to help you with your pain and maximize your body's performance and function. Good Shepherd Orthopedics in Hermiston. Patients first, always.
Before, our service would be in and out. We wanted to switch to T-Mobile to make sure that we have better coverage.
T-Mobile is now the best network, and with the most satellites, we're connecting hundreds of thousands in places where cell towers can't reach with T-Satellite.
I signed up for T-Satellite to give me peace of mind as a mom that makes life better knowing that it's there when we need it.
Upgrade to the best network. Right now, T-Mobile will pay off 4 phones up to $3,200. Plus, hook you up with 4 new phones on us. Switch today.
Starting at $4.49, you can get 1, make it a double, or go for 3 delicious patties. Go as big as you want with my Bonus Jack combo starting at $4.49. Now you can say you're loving it and actually mean it. Get so much more.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We begin our entertainment news with a heartbreaking development. Judge Frank Caprio has died after a battle with pancreatic cancer, and that's according to a post on his Instagram page.
Caprio is known for starring on the reality TV series Caught in Providence and for spreading kindness on social media. Here's a little snippet of Caprio.
You were taking your son to the doctor's office?
Yeah, I take him for blood work every 2 weeks because he's got cancer.
You are a good man. You are a good man. I wish the best for your son, and I wish you good health, and your case is dismissed.
Oh, I've seen videos of him circulating on social media, and he just really did spread kindness, and that was going to make me cry for a second there.
Yeah, love compassion.
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. And Caprio was 88 years old. Now, moving on in entertainment news, some lighter news. Welcome back to Cape Side. The cast of Dawson's Creek is reuniting for a live script reading of the show's pilot next month.
James Van Der Beek, Katie Holmes, Michelle Williams, Joshua Jackson, and other actors from the show will be attending the event in New York City in support of a cancer fighting event. Last November, Van Der Beek announced he was battling stage 3 colorectal cancer.
The event, titled Dawson's Creek Class Reunion, will take place on September 22nd. Is that a show that you ever watched?
No, for a second I was thinking it was One Tree Hill. I feel like
It was like kind of popular around the same
Yeah.
time. So yeah, I would always see commercials for this, but I never actually watched it. But now I kind of want to because I've always loved Katie Holmes.
Yeah, what channel did it air on? Was it like the CW?
Was it CW? I think so.
That sounds right.
Yeah, it sounds like that. All right, keep it here because coming up next in your next half hour, as kids across the region get ready to hit the books and the halls, teachers in one elementary school are carrying on a tradition to help their students get excited for the year ahead. And families in Richland came together for a special play date, also creating connection, support, and smiles for children with autism. We'll take you there in your next half hour.
Hi, I'm renovation expert Scott McGilvery. I know bath remodeling, and I've seen all the gimmicks. Buy now, half off, free installation. This is why I work with Bathfitter. With 40 years of experience and 2 million installs, I trust their integrity. Bathfitter gives you a fair price and sticks to it with a lifetime warranty. You don't need gimmicks, just a partner you can trust. Bathfitter, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
During the Subaru A Lot to Love event at McCurley Subaru, there's even more to love because every new Subaru sold helps grant a wish for a local child through Wheels Make Wishes Come True. Last year, we helped raise over $100,000 for local Make-A-Wish kids. And this year, you can save big while doing something amazing. Plus, school educators can save an additional $500 on a new Subaru purchase or lease. McCurley Subaru, your way home.
Hot Tub. Major manufacturers and warehouses clearance of new 2025 inventory. Friday through Sunday. Hapo Center, Pasco. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. New 2025 inventory. Hot tubs starting at $29.95. All inventory 40 to 80% off. See the revolutionary swim spa in action and save up to 60%. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Worry-free installation. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Hapo Center, Pasco. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
Choice Hotels gets you more for your money so you can maximize any vacation from the second you log off. Getting rooftop cocktails at the Cambria Hotel.
Yes.
Need anything, email Janet.
But there is no Janet.
Even better. Check into more. Book direct at choicehotels.com.
Cream on the left, one more episode. Cream on the right, we crushed the whole series. Yes! Oh, that was really good. Oreo, stay playful.
Right now at US Cellular, you can get 4 free phones plus 4 lines for $90.
Hey, we're tired of having the wool pulled over our eyes with these hidden requirements. What aren't we seeing?
Yeah. Do we get our choice of free phones?
Yep, you get the latest phones.
I bet we have to trade in our old phones, though.
Nope, sure don't.
Wow.
High five. Almost. Higher. Yes. Nope.
Get 4 phones plus 4 lines for $90 with no trade-in. And we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. US Cellular, built for us.
Hold
on time. Walla Walla Fair and Frontier Days is back August 27th through the 31st. And the rodeo is coming in hotter than ever. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Get ready for the heart-pounding action, fearless cowboys and cowgirls, and edge-of-your-seat excitement as the biggest rodeo round takes over the fairgrounds. Food, fun, and thrills. Walla Walla's biggest tradition is coming in hotter than ever. Get your tickets now at WallaWallaFairgrounds.com.
Judy Justice.
And I'm just getting started.
Today at 4 on Apple Valley News Now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
And I'm Josh Colbert.
All right, so you had a few days there where it wasn't going so well with the 3-degree guarantee, but you've been pretty spot on these last couple days.
Yeah, and the month of August has been, this is supposed to be my month. It's my birth month, the Leo season. With the 3-degree guarantee, it hasn't exactly gone according to plan. But you know what? We're on the up and up.
Yes, exactly.
As I've gotten it right over the past 3 days.
And exact.
Yes, thank you. Yesterday, I went with a forecast high of 90 in Pasco Tri-Cities. Once again, it verified right at 90, so now the jackpot is up to $75. For today, going with a little bit of a hotter high, forecast high of 91 in Pasco Tri-Cities. So if it verifies between 88 to 94, jackpot's going to hit $100. If that doesn't happen, the jackpot could be yours. Find out how to win the jackpot by going to applevalleyNewsNow.com, clicking on the contest page. You can scan the QR code that's on your screen. All right, bottom line for the forecast yesterday was beautiful with normal highs. We're going to have the same thing for today. The pivot's going to be on Friday, pretty close to 95 for most lower elevation spots. Then right around 100 for Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. That's 5 days in a row where we could be around 100. In the Tri-Cities in particular, the forecast is going to stay dry. Right now, you're taking a live look at the Tri-Cities, Kennewick in particular, and this is brought to you by the Apple Valley News Now First Alert weather app, which you can download for free in the App Store or on Google Play. Lots of sunshine out there already for this morning. Wind gusts much lighter for today as opposed to what we were seeing just yesterday, and temperatures a little bit cooler this morning. 40s, 50s, and 60s for lower elevations. 46 in Ellensburg, 51 in Yakima, and 60 degrees up towards the Hanford site. Your hour-by-hour forecast for today for the Tri-Cities: around sunny and 75, my favorite kind of weather by 10 this morning, 80 around lunchtime. Then for the hottest part of the day, around 90 for the Yakima and Walla Walla valleys, around 90 for the lower Columbia Basin, a touch cooler in the Kittitas Valley. But I'll take you on that zone-by-zone tour of today's forecast, and I'll show you which direction vegetation dryness is trending. That's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. In education news this morning, the Richland School District is making sure students of all abilities have the same opportunities to succeed. One program, the Community-Based Transition Center, helps students ages 18 to 22 with developmental, intellectual, and physical disabilities learn life skills and gain job experience. From cooking and managing money to internships in the community, students are getting hands-on lessons they may not otherwise have.
Go through like a mock banking account every month, and they go through the process of paying their rent and paying their phone bill and their cable bill and using debit cards, you know, in a mock setting.
Teachers say programs like this not only teach skills, but also help students build confidence and connections in the community. Currently, 25 students are enrolled, more than double when the program first started. And in more education news, this time in Yakima, kids go back to school in districts all over Washington next week, but one elementary school is taking a unique approach to getting students ready. Garfield Elementary School is in its third year of visiting students' homes the week before school actually starts. Garfield teachers went door to door to introduce themselves to students and their families yesterday. And this year, the teachers dropped off folders with the calendar, school manual, and a roar-like tiger bracelet. Assistant Principal Michelle Qualo says the visits help build a first connection with families.
We want to make sure that families know that school's starting and that they're welcomed, and we're kind of wanting teachers to have the chance to go and meet the families. And so when you have a strong family-school partnership, we know that students do better.
Garfield Elementary School says it'll touch base with families who were not at home during the visits. Making a difference this morning, families came together in Richland yesterday for an event centered on connection, fun, and support. The Community Autism Support Partnership, known as CASP, hosted a summer playdate at Howard Amon Park. The event gave children with autism and their families a chance to gather and enjoy some time together. The playdate created a relaxing space for families to connect and support one another. Organizer Josie Garcia started CASP so her 2 sons, both on the autism spectrum, could socialize with other children. And she says events like this help kids build friendships while giving families a stronger support network.
We are a community and we need to stick together because a lot of times we feel isolated in our own homes, and so we don't step out into the community.
The event allowed kids to just be themselves while parents shared understanding and experiences with others on the same journey. CASP says events like this are part of their year-round mission to provide resources, encouragement, and opportunities for families living with autism. Coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, Friday Night Lights are almost here. High school football players across Washington just hit the field for their first official practices. And after the break, we'll show you how they're gearing up for the upcoming season. But first, Josh is back with your first alert weather forecast. Keep it here. That'll be coming up in just a few minutes.
Apple Valley News Now, the official television home of the Seattle Kraken.
It's summer event time.
Bronco and Bronco Sport make every adventure more epic.
Because they come with GOAT modes. Goes over any type of terrain.
Lease a 2025 Bronco Sport Big Bend for $299 a month for $36. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Get RV show pricing now at every Blue Compass RV. All RVs must go, starting at $101 a month. Shop 100 plus locations coast to coast. That's over 15,000 new and used RVs to choose from, exclusively at Blue Compass RV. Hurry in today.
Every heartbeat is a second chance. At Prosser Memorial Health, our cardiac rehabilitation program empowers your recovery with expert care and state-of-the-art TechnoGym smart equipment for safe, personalized fitness after a heart event. Whether you've had a heart attack, bypass surgery, valve repair, or heart failure, ask your provider for a referral. With tailored sessions over 12 weeks, supervised by medical professionals, we support your whole health, body, mind, and heart. Learn more at prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
The new stone-baked pizza mode from Frigidaire. For restaurant quality that's dough to done in 2 minutes. Dare to expect more from your oven. Frigidaire.
Poor maintenance, old tires, bad brakes, that could be why the big truck hit you. At my law firm, we have a team that knows big truck wrecks. Big truck insurance companies know that we have the knowledge and experience to get you paid everything you deserve. Call the heavy hitter. When I call the insurance companies, they listen. Hit by a big truck, I know how to be their insurance companies. I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
Legacy lives in the people who've made this place home. For decades, Hapo and Community First Bank have been part of that legacy. Different names, same mission, invested in every relationship. We're coming together to keep building what matters. Because legacy doesn't end. It lives on in every loan, every dream, every member helped.
Hi, welcome to Hapo.
It's summer event time, Sam. Great time to buy.
A Ford F-Series truck.
Take your pick. Gas, all-electric, hybrid, and diesel.
Lease a 2025 F-150 STX Super Crew for $329 a month for $36. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Fire breaks out in West Richland.
We begin with breaking news.
And Apple Valley News Now is on.
It's burning about 10 acres and spreading rapidly.
When breaking news happens, count on Apple Valley News Now on your side.
We are on your side.
Here comes the judge.
Court come to order. All rise.
Judy rules the courtroom.
Hey, I would keep my mouth shut.
It's your daily moment of truth.
What an idiot.
Judy Justice.
In front of millions of people.
Today at 4 on Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Today is going to be another beautiful day out there with pretty normal high temperatures for August 21st. Let's go ahead and take you on a zone-by-zone tour of today's forecast. We start off in Kittitas County, going to be around 80 for the pass, mid-80s in Ellensburg, and around 90 in Vantage. In the Yakima Valley, around 90 up and down the upper and lower Yakima Valley. And then for the lower Columbia Basin, around 90 degrees. Could have a string of 92s for the Hanford site, Benton City, and Umatilla. Also light gust here. And we could have some breezes out of the north and east, gusting between 15 to 20 miles per hour for the foothills. That could put some very dry air into the foothills. So watch that very closely when it comes to the fire risk. 70s and 80s for the higher terrain of the Blue Mountains. And again, like I mentioned at the top, lots of sunshine across the map. Okay, here's today's vegetation dryness forecast, and we're now seeing critically dry vegetation once again for the valleys, for the basin, and for the foothills. So that's just for today. By Saturday, at this point, this is going to be the first day where we'll have a legitimate shot at touching 100 degrees, at least in the Tri-Cities. And at this point, the critically dry vegetation is going to spread over into the Cascades as well. And this is just at the start of this heat wave, as we are expecting the heat to stay sustained well past Saturday. So this map is likely going to light up next week. But I'll talk about the heat in great detail coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. Looking at your sports headlines now, high school football is back in action across Washington. Apple Valley News Now's Jake Gable visited Kamiakin High School as their football team returns for the season.
Summer is coming to an end. Before school returns, high school sports get to begin practices. The first sport able to start is football. Kamiakin High School in Kennewick was one of many schools in Washington that took to the gridiron.
With today marking the first official football practices for high schools, the pads might not be on, but the fundamentals and conditioning are a key factor in today's practices.
It's a lot of fundamental work, a lot of mental reps, making sure that we're going to the right places. On defense, you just want to make sure that, everybody's rallying to the football and they're getting to the spots. Obviously, you don't want to hit anybody because we don't have pads on. But there's some things we can do as far as form tackling is concerned to kind of teach the proper way to tackle and whatnot.
Padded practices begin this Saturday. By rule, the first 3 practices must be non-contact and cannot include pads except for helmets. Over the summer, workouts such as lifting sessions and occasional 7-on-7 drills are allowed to take place. But now, teams can get full practices in with the entire team and coaching staff.
Just to see where we're at, we're hoping we don't have to start over. That's what spring's all about. So we're hoping those kids that have been around all summer and the guys that did all the 7-on-7 with us this summer, we're just picking up and running. Those that weren't around, they got a lot of makeup to do and they're a little behind. So they got to get caught up real quick because, that's the way it goes. We can't slow down for them. They got to catch up to us. But right now we had a good first day and very proud of our guys.
Coach Bigland says that once pads come on, players start to separate themselves and show what they are really made of. Reporting in Kennewick, Jake Gable, Apple Valley News Now.
Thank you, Jake. Now, as for the rest of fall high school sports, they'll begin their practices on Monday. And coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, we've got your morning sprint, everything you need to know before you head out the door. And Josh Colbert is back with your full First Alert weather forecast. That's all coming up in just a few minutes.
Get ready for adventure with the fun and rugged 2025 Ford Bronco Outer Banks from Price Ford of Yakima Valley. Nob Hill Casino's biggest prize ever. Want to drive it home? Just enter daily at Nob Hill Casino now through Wednesday, October 8th for your chance to win. While you're here, enjoy our 16-lane bowling center, mouth-watering cheeseburgers at the Last Frontier restaurant, cold drinks at the bar, and try your luck with pull tabs and table game action.
We invite you to come visit us at Price Ford of Yakima Valley and Nob Hill Casino, where the locals play.
For the first time ever, Pasco RV and Boat Super Save is coming to the Hippo Center. Make the most of what's left of camping and boating season. Save thousands on a huge selection of new and used RVs and boats. Travel trailers, fifth wheels, toy haulers, motorhomes, pontoon boats, parts, accessories, and more. Every category, every price point, all on sale. 0 down and no payments for 90 days. On approved credit, one location. Massive savings at the Hippo Center in Pasco. Learn more at brettsrv.com.
When uncertainty falls upon your freedom, you need an unwavering champion.
We're dedicated to not just tipping the scales in your favor, but also delivering an unwavering and relentless defense. With over 5 decades of experience, we'll fiercely defend your freedom and secure the most favorable outcome. Your best defense, Quantum Legal.
Whitman Hill Winery joins hands with MultiCare Cancer Institute at North Star Lodge and the Memorial Foundation to fight cancer. On Friday, September 19th, enjoy an upscale, intimate wine dinner, an evening to remember. Then join us for a day of fun on Saturday. Savor Big Stick Barbecue and sweet treats from Cupcakes and Corks. Plus, groove to the music of Mike Powers and then KCJ Jazz Company. We'll close the night with a heartfelt floating luminary memorial on Whitman Pond. Visit WhitmanHillWine.com to learn how you can help crush cancer. Whitman Hill Winery, pouring hope, raising strength. Attention viewers! Good News Today, produced by Richland Lutheran Church, airing Sundays at 9 a.m., will be airing this Saturday, August 23rd at 9 a.m. Good News Today will air the following weekend on Saturday, August 30th at 5:30 a.m.
On behalf of STCU, we want to present you with this $1,000 check. Brian is the regional logistics leader. He makes sure things are ready when it comes to disaster response.
To nominate someone, click on Volunteers Count at AppleValleyNewsNow.com.
Why do patients and families immediately think of Good Shepherd? They trust our knowledge and expertise. They value the compassionate care we provide. They feel like they are being taken care of by family. From our renowned doctors and top-of-the-line technology to our state-of-the-art facilities, Good Shepherd Healthcare System. Patients first, always.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Today is going to be another gorgeous day out there. We'll have plenty of sunshine all across the map and very normal high temperatures for this time of the year. What does that mean? That means 70s in the Cascades, 70s and 80s in the Blues, and right around 90 degrees for our lower elevations. Wind gusts going to be much lighter as opposed to yesterday, but still we could see some gusts around 20 miles per hour in the Blue Foothills and the Blue Mountains. And the direction here is very important, out of the north and east, so that'll bring some traditionally very dry air into the region. So we'll be watching the fire start potential very closely, even though technically it's not a first alert weather day. Then for tonight, clear skies. Overnight low is going to be down into the 50s across the map for the mountains, for both mountain ranges and for our lower elevations. Then for tomorrow, this is going to be the first day of much hotter weather, but the hottest days are going to be Saturday through Wednesday, but still pretty toasty on Friday, about 5 degrees hotter than normal for this time of the year. All of us in lower elevations are going to be in the 90s and 70s and 80s once again in the mountains. This time, wind gusts still out of the north and east, a little bit more widespread this time, so more dry air getting put into the region. Again, we're going to watch the fire start potential very closely. Not a first alert weather day, but it's something that's on our radars. Hey, the fair's still going on, 3 more days, and today's definitely going to be the best day to get out there, as it is going to be noticeably hotter for Friday and especially for Saturday. We'll be up around 100 degrees, and we'll keep it there into Sunday and Monday and Tuesday, and we'll just round up for Wednesday as well. So a sustained period of heat, a heat wave, if you will. That means vegetation dryness and fire danger are going to go up as we head into next week. And that is not going to be helped out by some little thunderstorm chances that we'll have in both the Cascades and the Blues for Monday and Tuesday. Here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Today will be the coolest day we'll have over the next 7 days by a long shot, likely hitting 100 degrees Sunday through Tuesday. In Yakima, upper 80s Thursday, mid-90s Friday and Saturday, then a run of 99s. In Ellensburg, staying dry and heating up, although highs could start to fall off a bit by the middle of next week. In Hermiston, also a hot and dry forecast with the best chances of triple digits being Monday and Tuesday. Finally, for Walla Walla, one last day of highs in the 80s before it's a 90s takeover from Friday through Wednesday at least. Now let's head out to New York City to see what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, what one North Carolina mom on the trip of a lifetime did to get back her passport from alleged stealing pickpocketers.
You stole My purse with my passport in it.
Watch as this mother of 8 took a fistful of an alleged teenage pickpocketer's hair and dragged her down a Venice street. The dramatic confrontation caught on camera and posted to Facebook after the woman says the teen stole her purse and passport while on the vacation. One of her daughters also sharing the video on TikTok. And this morning, her daughter Lauren speaking out to GMA.
Watching it was wild because that's our mom and everyone's protective of their mom. Seeing our mom hold her own, it was impressive and we're proud.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have much more of the family story and the expert tips you need to stay safe on vacation. With your GMA First Look, I'm Lionel Moise, ABC News, New York.
Ladies and gentlemen, our departure has been delayed.
Yes!
Are you kidding me, man? Why are you so happy?
I'm watching the game.
Seriously?
Yeah, with NFL Plus.
Get live, local, and primetime games on mobile with NFL Plus.
Unfortunately, our flight has been delayed another hour.
NFL Plus. Keep the NFL in reach.
You founded your kayak company because you love the ocean, not spreadsheets. You need to hire.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, candidates can find it easier, so you can hire easier. Visit Indeed.com/hire.
Every Sunday night, he can't sleep.
A couple in bed.
But not this Sunday.
When you really need to sleep, ZzzQuil has no equal. Get the deeply restorative sleep you need.
I slept great.
ZzzQuil, not for colds, just for sleep. Really great sleep.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time is 6:51. It's time for your morning sprint. We start with your national headlines. Temporary protected status for tens of thousands of people who migrated to the U.S. from Honduras, Nepal, and Nicaragua is coming to an end for now. A federal appeals court is letting the Trump administration end TPS at least temporarily. The decision yesterday halted a lower court ruling protecting the migrants' ability to live and work lawfully in the U.S. The administration had asked the appeals court to lift the order, arguing the judge overstepped when she ruled in July that the program couldn't be ended while legal challenges played out. In your health headlines this morning, a South Lake Tahoe resident is recovering at home after contracting the bubonic plague. Yes, the same disease that killed millions during the Middle Ages, but health officials say today it's rare and treatable, with the last local case reported in 2020. Experts believe the resident was bitten by an infected flea while camping. Talking sports, Brooke Johnson has completed her cross-country skateboarding journey, successfully making her the first woman to do so. She began in California, reaching Virginia Beach after 118 days. She also raised over $50,000 for spinal cord research in honor of her father during the trip. Now to your top 5 local stories that you need to know this morning. First up in Pasco, a home and its contents are a total loss after a fire tore through it yesterday. Firefighters say it happened at the Lakeview Mobile Home Park near Highway 12. Officials say the resident noticed smoke after turning on the air conditioner and quickly grabbed their 11-month-old baby before running outside. Crews contained the fire before it spread to any nearby homes or vegetation. No injuries were reported. The DOE's Hanford field office will activate sirens today, and this is all part of an emergency drill. The sirens will sound between 12:30 and 1:30 this afternoon. This will be in the 300 area near the Columbia River, about a mile north of Richland. If you hear the sirens, no response is needed. Announcements on the speaker will remind everyone that it is just a drill. And the city of Yakima has officially designated August 29th as Overdose Awareness Day, and this comes after 144 residents died of overdoses in 2024. The day is meant to acknowledge the hardships of drug overdoses and to show support for families and friends who have lost loved ones. International Overdose Awareness Day is observed every year on August 31st. And while business applications are falling nationwide, Benton and Franklin counties is seeing growth. New U.S. Census Bureau numbers show that more than 3,000 business applications were filed locally in 2024, which is up more than 5% from the year before. It's also the strongest growth for the Tri-Cities area since 2017. Experts say the increase could be tied to local business development efforts and also Washington's economy. And statewide, Washington led the nation with nearly 89% of growth in new business applications. And if you're heading to the fair this week, Ben Franklin Transit is offering free rides. From today through Saturday, shuttles will run from 6 park and ride locations across the Tri-Cities. This includes Knight Street Transit Center, Kamiakin High School, and 22nd Avenue. Shuttles run from 9 in the morning to midnight, hourly in the morning, but every half hour starting at 4 p.m. And at Lamson Stadium in Kennewick, pickups are even faster, every 30 minutes in the morning and every 15 minutes later in the day. Now looking at what's trending this morning, cuteness overload warning is now in effect because the battle to become the TSA's top dog is down to a pair of Labrador retrievers.
Alex helps keep staff and travelers safe at Denver International Airport, and Steeler, as his name hints, is a K9 from Pittsburgh International.
Look at these pictures, they're so cute.
Yeah.
So the agency says of the two, Alex is the healthier eater. He likes green beans. And Steeler, meanwhile, prefers jumbo hot dogs from 7-Eleven convenience stores.
Same.
I relate to that one, yep.
Same, Steeler. Well, voting is underway, and the dog with the most tallies will land on the cover of the TSA's 2026 K9 calendar. The winner will be announced next Tuesday, which is National Dog Day.
And to vote, you can go to the TSA's website. Oh, they both should be on the cover, but you know who my vote is for.
I think there's a couple votes for Steeler out there.
The hot dog eating one. I mean, you know, we can aspire to be the green bean eating one, but you know, most of us are the hot dog eating one.
We align with Steeler.
Well, they're both hot dogs, so that's fine.
Yes.
And it's a hot one outside. Really hot.
Yes. Today it's going to be like a normal brand of hot. Friday, kind of transitional space, and then Saturday through Wednesday, going to be up around 100 in the Tri-Cities. Before we get to the heat, did just want to touch on this fire that's burning outside of South Cle Elum to the west, the Sun Country Fire. It is now 30% contained. Remember, yesterday it was 10% contained, so definitely making a lot of good progress in that regard. This is the best news of all. No more evacuations in place. There were level 1 evacuations, but they are no more. Okay, now on to temperatures for this morning. 40s and 50s for our lower elevations. 46 degrees in Ellensburg. It's definitely a little bit cool out there. Later today, right around 90 in the Yakima and Walla Walla valleys, and then around 90 in the lower Columbia Basin as well. A touch cooler in the Kittitas Valley. I think my remote just died in the middle of that hit. So I'm going to run over and get my other remote real quick. That's why we have a backup. Okay, bottom line for the forecast, highs around 90 for today, around 95 for Friday, highs around 100 Saturday through Wednesday. And the forecast staying dry, so that means vegetation dryness is going to go up. That means that fire danger is going to go up. And of course, we will be on top of that. If we have to issue any first alert weather days, we'll certainly do that. But for now, nothing really reaches that threshold. Just like the battery's charge threshold didn't really reach with my other remote.
Make sure you download our app so you can get all of that right on your phone, right when it happens. And also stay tuned on our website.
Yes, and you can get the app for free on the App Store and on Google Play.
And
Who
just
doesn't
be smart.
love free?
Drink your water.
Yes.
Yeah, I love free. All right, thank you guys for watching Good Morning Northwest. You can always find updates on our website. That's applevalleyNewsNow.com.
Good Morning America's up next. We'll be back with your local news and weather tonight at 5. Have a great day.